Have I confusioned you? Mayhaps. Hello? There you go, you found it. Don't hit Vivi with it though. I think she wants cuddles, not to be bonked on the head. Bunnies! There we go. Good morning, Palin. Good morning, Thomas. Good morning, Azul. Good morning, Megalomaniac and Robin Saffron and Mazaira. How is everyone? How are your weekends? What have you all been up to? Morning, Ravane. Oh, sorry, Gerry. I didn't mean to make you jump. Good morning, Palmer. Morning, Alex. Morning, Shadow. Good morning, Annie. I hope you've all had very lovely weekends and very lovely last weeks, because I feel like I've you can actually see the buns as I'm working from home. Yay! Morning, Harry. Good morning. Oh, wait, did I say good morning? No, good morning, Zara. Morning, hang on, Anhol. Aren't you meant to be busy? It was pretty chill. That's good. Morning, John. Yeah, I had a very chill weekend. I finished one book and I started reading another book. So that was pretty much as productive as it got. I made pancakes for breakfast both days because we were still in holiday mode, despite me having come back to work for a day. And yeah, I did lots of reading in the sun. Nice. It was actually quite rainy here over the weekend. So we didn't end up going out we went out for like a little walk to the shops, but it was still quite humid. Abisaurus and I are off today and tomorrow. Ah, is that for your wedding anniversary? Stolen a bit of fluff. I'm very excited for tomorrow, though, as my girlfriend gets back from Brazil. She's been away for nearly 3 weeks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That'll be lovely. I've been recording this weekend after accidentally damaging my human suit spine. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, recovering, not recording. I was like, wait. That makes sense. I cannot read. I hope you're okay. I hope all is good. Lay, thank you very much for the 51 months. Meowdy, I hope you're doing okay. I was thinking of you yesterday because there was this snail climbing on our kitchen window. It kept on making me chuckle. It was just a little guy having fun. Morning, Carl. Record all the spines. Yes, another one for my collection. But yeah, I did have a pretty chill weekend. I had wanted to go and buy the book club book, but it turns out that Alex already had it. Alex was like, I was the person who recommended that you put it in book club. I was like, oh yeah. Lily, thank you very much for the 22 months. Thank you. So I made a start on that, but it's hardback. And I don't usually read hardback books, so it feels very strange, and I don't think it'll fit in my bag. So it might have to be a carrying book rather than a bag book. Alex did enjoy it, yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I've started it, but yeah, it seems like it's going to be a good one. I wanted to read it this morning, but I was so sleepy. I fell asleep on the sofa. I got up from bed, came downstairs, spent some time with the bunnies, and then I lay down, and next thing I know, Fion's jumping on me and waking me up, and I was just like, huh? But I was having a dream about Mr. Tabs, So suddenly feeling this like weight next to me, I was just like, oh, it's Tabs. And I was like, wait, no, it's not. But yeah, I think she was confused that I was stopping her from digging on the sofa. And then I was getting some, because I've got some grass for the bunnies today. And I was looking out in the garden. I was like, oh my goodness, I really need to sort our garden. Oh, look, Fifi. Gerry left you behind a treat. Morning, Anu. I got sad yesterday as we 100%ed our multiplayer Stardew. I didn't know that was a thing. We got the lovely cutscene and everything. Oh, she didn't dig me. Yeah, true. Yeah, I assumed I was going to buy a charity shop paperback because it's one that I see in the Oxfam bookshop quite a lot. So I was just waiting to find it in there. But then when I said to Alex, like, oh, I need to go to the bookshop, he was like, what for? And I said, and he was like, we've got it. I was like, oh, in that case, I don't, and we can stay home today. Ascenta, thank you very much for the 6 months. Hello, bunnies. Also, balsamic dressing. Hello, chat. Do you know what? I have started putting, whenever I make a little salad, love a little side salad, me. Whenever I make a little salad, I've started just putting a drop of balsamic on it. And it is so nice. Just adds either that or just putting like a little bit of lemon juice. Nothing fancy. Maybe she was getting jelly that you were saying Mr. Tabtab's name and you're saying maybe. I didn't realise there's 3 more books. Yeah, I forgot what they're called, but my mum has been reading them. I think I got her the one that's the purpley cover one. I think I maybe got her that one for Christmas last year. But yeah, there are a couple more series carrying on the book club tradition. That's a point. I saw an advert on Instagram for a Patrick Rothfuss book in the King Killer or whatever it is world, and all the comments were just people being like, don't read it, he's not going to finish the series, what's the point? I was like, oh dear. Seems to be like a fairly common feeling. I guess he's just doing like little side books instead of focusing on the third main book, like just novellas instead of novels. But dear, oh dear. But yeah. Oh, that's still attached. Vivi has a really wispy eyebrow, and I thought it was a bit of fluff stuck to her, but no, it's attached. I'm sorry, Fifi. Do you enjoy horror books? I don't particularly mind horror books. It sort of depends, like, what horror it is. Like, I never... Good morning, Dave. At least they're getting books, yeah. Be grateful for what you're getting. It's world building. If something was just, about, like, someone hurting animals or something, then I wouldn't read it. But just general, like, horror, I can't watch horror, but I can read horror and I'm absolutely fine. I don't think I've ever had a book that's scared me. I think I've often wondered if that's to do with aphantasia, because I can't really like picture what's going on. There's one thing in a book that really affected me that I still think about it. I mean, this is a book that I read about 20 years ago on holiday, and I still think about this one page of this book with like quite regularly because it affected me so much. But other than that, books don't tend to faze me as much. But yeah, I've been detufting Pandora recently. She gives me that look for Yeah, it's been 13 years since the last what's his chops? But has he written anything in between? Or has he just been, did he write for the TV series at all? Or has he just sort of been vibing? Oh wait, no, did he write for a video game? Am I going mad? Or did he be doing something? There Elden Ring, apparently. Yeah, I thought as much. Oh, Fifi. What a little angel. So in short novellas and stuff. I mean, I guess is this just what it's like if you have a... I mean, I get the feeling it's sort of like, what do you call it? Like Concerned Ape, when he's meant to be working on his chocolate game, but he'd just be like, I've made another whole thing for Stardew. And it's like, is it that you always just want to be working on the thing that you shouldn't be working on? I mean, I guess it must be quite a big... I can imagine it being like a lot of pressure to finish such a big series, especially one that's had, you know, from what I understand, an unsatisfactory ending, or like maybe the intended ending in the TV series, and then people are like, this is garbage, and then suddenly, if that has been your planned ending, maybe you're like, oh, what do I do now, sort of thing. So I guess, but 13 years is a bloody long time. I mean, that is big procrastination. Is Be Real gone off? Do you know what? On holiday, there was a day when Alex and we got up, we had breakfast, had a lovely breakfast, and then we went to King Arthur's Great Halls, which is beautiful, lovely big stained glass windows, big thrones. And then we went to Tintagel Castle afterwards, very lovely, beautiful, picturesque, nice statue, all of this stuff. And then we went to St Nectan's Glen. 25,000 steps we did to get between all these places. And oh yeah, St Nectan's Glen is like beautiful waterfall in the middle of these gorgeous woods. When does Be Real go off? When we get back home. It's just like, for heaven's sake. If it had have gone off in the first thing, I could have taken my 2 extra Be Reals in the other 2. But no. Which I guess is the whole point of Be Real, is that you're meant to just be doing those things and being real. But I was miffed. I ended up taking it in bed, just looking out the window, because I was so knackered by the big day that I couldn't be bothered to get up. But yeah, why doesn't Be Real go off when I'm doing something really cool? Hey, baby boy. But yeah, what was I gonna say? I have been dabbling with the idea recently of, because I know, contrary to how it comes across with the books we've chosen for book club, I don't really like reading series. So, but I have been dabbling with the idea recently of getting into a series. I just have to choose wisely which one I want to read, because I don't want to read one that... I mean, I guess the surefire way is probably to read something by Brandon Sanderson, because that man writes. and it's probably going to get finished. And it'll probably be finished in about, 10 days after the first one was written, because he's just a powerhouse. But yeah, I need to tea. So behind Brando Sando, because he literally writes quicker than people can read. It's impossible. And that's with him, finishing off other people's series in between, and just like he sneezes and he's written a novel. I guess, yeah. Discworld, I could do some... The problem I found with Discworld was, because I did start reading that from the beginning, in chronological order sort of thing. And I think I did find it a bit like, I don't know, I guess that is one that you can read other books in between, because it's not a particular continuation, which I guess is good. Because I found reading Terry Pratchett books, like one after the other, It's the same as like, if you binge watch a series and you suddenly start, I don't know, I can't really describe what I mean. Not that they're like similar in structure or anything, but I think I read a bit too much in one go and I needed to take a break. But yeah, I could definitely do Discworld. I've got a fair few of them that I've never read, to be fair. I was thinking something like, I've got the first, what's it called? What is it called? Duncton Wood. But I don't know if that ever got finished. Max, thank you very much for the 54 months. Good morning. How you doing? How's it going? I've not read the last 3 or so Discworld books. I'm saving them for when I'm old. Aw. Look at Fifi's tail. Yeah, maybe I'll pick up where I left off. I think the last one I read was maybe... I think I got like 4 or 5 books in. I would like to read more of the Witches ones because they are always my... Well, the Witches and the City Watch. I like them. My favourite Discworld book, obviously having not read all of them, but my favourite one is Feet of Clay. Like, I've read Feet of Clay like 8 times or something, just because it is my favourite one. And I guess I could have put that time into reading different ones. Yeah, it's the not good jangly ball, but I thought I'd put it near him just in case he fancied a chuck. You never know. Read the Horus Heresy ones. I've heard things about those books. I did some games night editing recently, just not for the actual proper videos, but a members thing where I was like watching through the entire session, and the number of times that they've mentioned like, oh, this part of the story, that would be 3 books. He's just walking along there, that's 4 books and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my gosh. Definitely not seen the glorious chart? No. Gerry's mold on his face has gone really, it's so defined now. It cuts off at his old dark nose patch. And then all of a sudden it's just like this little bit here. But yeah, I was thinking maybe if I could get into something like Duncton Wood or maybe Akatar. I have to, I don't know, something like that. Something that's, you're getting to know characters. Or maybe I should try, it's young adults. I don't know if it would be like too young for me now, but maybe What's His Chops, the Tamora Pierce Alana series. Could give that a go because I think she finished those. But yeah, I think I have still need to get Dr. Simon. His book is on my to read on Goodreads, but I'll be honest, I don't have a copy of it yet. So I will have to start by getting that. But I'm doing, good morning, Ben. I'm doing quite well on my reading list so far. Like, I wanted to read, I know some people some people can read like 4 books a month, but I'm not like that. But I'm 15 books into my 24 book goal, which is, pretty good. It's on track. Get on in, I'm in my Goodreads, yeah. My brother won't take Goodreads whilst he was in college. I watched you. I missed you, Chris one shot. I hope you appear on it more. The Cockney Thief Mouse was a fantastic character for you. It's just, my favourite thing about little Hazel was a Fifi Flopper. It just wasn't the sort of character I'd gone into play whatsoever. And I do just love when, rolling a character sort of does that for you. It just makes this character appear out of the stats. And all of a sudden I became a little kleptomaniac mouse without really meaning to. So yeah, because on the car on the way in, I was saying, because I got a lift in from Lydia, and I was saying like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna try and play like the what do you call it? Like there's a kitchen raider. I'll be like them, and I'm gonna like be a bit Bristolian, and I'll be a bit like Pippin and all of this stuff, and then that just completely went out the window. Princess of Hazel Meadows, Trash Heap, Grass Heap. Yep, my kingdom, my queendom. But yeah, Mystery Quest was so much fun to do. I bloomin' love TTRPGs. I don't really get to do them very often because I don't really have time to do like a regular weekly one. So yeah, I don't really get to do it other than the odd one shot. But I do bloomin' love them. I've been umming and ahhing about whether I could run one, but I don't know if I could. I mean, I guess it's just a case of getting your first one. Is that your foot? What the heck? If you were looking at him, you'd say that was his hand, wouldn't you? But no, that is foot. Gerry. He sits in the most bizarre ways. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I guess running your first one is always like scary. I guess it's just one that you've got to do it with people that you trust and get it out the way. But yes, unless you think he has 4 feet, in which case you would think it's his foot. No one could. Yay! Yay! Well done, Gerry. Good chuck. Oh, another chuck perchance. Yay! Yay! Some very good chucking going on here. Well, now you're just chewing. That's chewing, not chucking. Running TTRPG successfully is mostly being good at yes and. True. I guess if you just do a lot of preparation, should you be chewing this? I guess so. I'm doing it like a little groom. Now just gonna go up Fifi's bum. Okay. What a guy. He's ready for cuddles now. I've done loads of prep before and I had to check it out the windows because players be wilding. Yeah, I guess it's one of those things that, like, I think for me, I guess it's different for everyone, but I think for me, having the having possible answers is would make me feel better about doing it, if that makes sense. Like, even if it never gets used, like, knowing that I've got it there, I think would be good. But yeah, I guess it would just have to be something that's in, I guess if it was, yeah, like a pre-written adventure, something like Mouse Ritter would probably be good to do, because it's got such like a world that was really easy to get into, rather than, you know, if you went straight in for something that's like, you know, hard fantasy or anything, would be a bit confusioning. I think some of the best one-shots I've been in are where the DM had to improvise on the fly and they've gone off the rails in the best way. Yeah, I think the key to running the first session is find the right friends. That's true. I remember there was a time when we did what's it called? There's a one-shot I did with Tom Hazel was the DM. Oh, I can't even remember what it's called, but it was like a proper D&D one. But it's that typical thing of like, we got to a town on the first night. We got to a town, and then he described to us all of the different, quests that people had in this town. There's like a quest board and all the different quests that we could go on and all of this stuff. And we spent an entire 3-hour session just going around the town talking to everyone in the tavern and the shops and everything. And at the end of it, Tom was just like, do you know what? I hadn't prepared for any of this because I assumed adventurers would want to go on an adventure. We were like, oh yeah, we're just having a nice chat. Just getting to know the locals. But it was good. Good fun. Gerry has been squished. Me when I play Skyrim. Yeah. I need to get back onto it because I've decided to take a little bit of a break from Mass Effect because I've got 3 days on the main channel this week. But yeah, I do need to redo that bloomin' last mission. The adventurers are friends we made along the way. Yeah. I've never played D&D. I think Aphantasia is a big stumbling block. How do you get around that? Yeah, for me it really helps when I did the Lord of the Rings one with High Rollers. It really helped that Mark had that little board and was sort of we had a physical thing that we could move around, and I could see they're coming in from there and they're coming in from there, sort of thing. Whereas if I'm doing other ones and it's just saying oh, you walk into a room and there's this here and this here and this here, and I'm like, I don't remember where anything is, because I can't, it helps so much to have models, or even if it's just a really simple thing like a map, a very basic map that you can have some semblance of location, does really help. I guess in the same way that using that, what's the online one that people tend to use? Is it Roll20? That helps because I guess you've got you can have a room on there and you can get an idea for where you are and such. Good morning, Techie. But yeah, it's just it does help a lot having that sort of thing. Can't remember where 50 spatial things are once all the time. I can't remember where 2 different things are. It's like if someone says you go into a room and there's a window on your left and a door in front of you and a mysterious painting. I'm like, I don't know where anything is. It's one of those things that I do feel bad about because with the Mystery Quest one, I had to sort of keep on saying wait, where is the shed? And where are the big flowers? And where's the noise coming from? What is a bee? But yeah, it is good to have something. The only thing is I don't really like doing online ones because we'd have been terrible on that old Nightmare show. Yeah, true. I saw what do you call it? There's this robot that someone invented, and it's got it's not really a robot. It's just a mechanism that spins, and on it's got a little thing like this, and this is an eraser, and this is a dry white pen, and it's just spinning around, so it's constantly drawing a line and constantly erasing it. And when I saw it, and I said it to Kirsty, and I was just me when I'm receiving verbal instructions. Because it's true, as soon as they go in, I'm just wait, huh? But yeah, it's I think the more I'm trying to listen sometimes the less I listen, because I'm thinking how hard about how I want to be listening and how important it is. Me when I walk into a room for a reason. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Tom Clark does seem very reasonable. Yeah, he was very lovely. He was very understanding about he was a very lovely person to be a DM or a GM. So when someone introduces themselves and you don't hear the name because you're focusing, you're just thinking like, I should remember this. And then, or to be honest, it's not even that. Usually I'm thinking so hard about saying what my own name is that I don't listen to the other person's name because I'm too busy thinking like, will I get my name right? I think because when I was a teenager, I had braces and they made it difficult to say certain words, and those words included my name. And I think that has given me a real thing about oh my gosh, Gerry, he chomping. He just chomping on that booty. I think that gave me a complex as to saying my own name. So now I really concentrate when I say it, to the detriment of listening to others. Can I get this tuft? Yes. Yes. But aren't you meant to do that thing where you repeat someone's name back to them? And that is meant to help you remember people's names, apparently. Or do the thing, what's the film? Is it The House Bunny? Where she repeats their names back in like a metal voice. And that's how she remembers their names. But yeah, that's meant to be the thing to do in order to remember. The worst thing is if you I've had times where someone has said their name and I've actually been like, sorry, I didn't catch that, and they've said it again, and I've been so focused on making sure I get it because I've already asked them to repeat it once that I've then not listened to it again, and I'm just like, it's fine, I will just never talk to this person again in my life. I would just delete them from memory entirely. It's the only way now. But yeah, it is a difficult one. But then I've had it the other way around where people have got my name wrong and I've just not corrected them, and then it's gone too far, and I've just, like when I worked at that Christmas temp job in John Lewis, and I was in a team of 3 people. It was me and 2 others, and both of them called me different things for the entire 2 or 3 months or however long it was. And it got to the point where I was like, I'm just not going to correct them because what's the point? I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be gone. I was leaving on Christmas Eve. So it's just like the number of people who, when I say my name, will assume that I've said Briley. And I'm like, is Briley a name? Why is that the one that people hear so often? Harry, thank you very much for the 49 months. A beep, boop, boop, boop. Gee whiz, this number just keeps on going up. Surely there is a limit to how many buns can one person enjoy, or is there? I don't think there is. I don't think there is. And yet they can remember John Lewis's name? I know. Do you know the other thing that I cannot remember from John Lewis is John Lewis. I don't know if this was just our branch or if it's all of them. But John Lewis has a thing where if they ask for a specific name to go to the desk or like go and talk to like the customer service desk or something, it's just like, can Susan Williams go and talk to the customer service desk or something? That means that there has been a bomb threat and all the staff should leave. and I could never remember what the name was. So every time that tannoy went off and was just like, can blah, 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 report to the service desk, I was like looking around at the other staff members like, should we be leaving? Are we okay? And I feel like that was probably quite an important name to remember. Not the customers, no. I think they thought if we just, I think it was the idea of taking care of your own, just look at that long leg. Can Mr. Bomb Disposal please report to the main desk? Bomb Disposal? No, they, I think they thought if they just told everyone there's a bomb, it would cause panic. So just save your staff, I guess, was the idea. I don't really know. I don't know. The policy may have changed now. So this was a long time ago. This was like 12 years ago that I worked in John Lewis. But yeah, just every time I'm in a John Lewis and I hear the tannoy now, I'm panicked. But to be fair, I'm not often in a John Lewis because I'm not rich. So it's fine. But yes. Don't want to cause a fuss, so it just explode. Yeah. Don't want to panic people. What is it if they ask for John Lewis to come to the front desk? Oh, I don't know. I was only there for a couple months. I was there just long enough to not be entitled to discount. What is a John Lewis? It sounds very British. John Lewis is a department store, but it's like an upmarket department store. It's like a fancy one, where you get like designer cutlery and stuff like that. And, it'll have like a haberdashery department and stuff. It's fancy for middle class people. Yeah. Yeah. I worked in the basement of John Lewis. I wasn't like a shop floor person. I was a basement dweller for the kitchen department, which I was glad about because I think my first day that I did, I was in like glassware and ornaments, and I was terrified for the entire thing that I was gonna break something. So yeah, I was glad when they moved me to kitchenware the next day. I don't know, I didn't break anything, so I don't know if it just showed or if they just needed more help in there. But yeah, I used to be able to when I was watching Come Dine With Me, I used to be able to look in people's kitchens and be like, oh, they've got a Joseph and Joseph cutting board. Just because I was stocking the shelves so much. But yeah, it was a nice job, and I made a friend, which was nice. Who I still see occasionally when I go back home. But yeah. There's a long lady in the glassware section who's been frozen in terror for the last 3 hours. We should probably move her on. Yeah. Yeah, John Lewis and Waitrose they're partners. They have a partnership. They're boyfriends. Which is very cute. But John Lewis does do some nice stuff. Like, I have bought things from there before. Usually the cross stitches, because they were like the only place in my town that would sell cross stitch. So I used to get them from there back in the day. They are nice shops, just, yeah, spenny, like I say. But I tell you what, okay, this was obviously, I worked there before I was vegan, but when you do work there, they have their own, staff, this might just be our branch one, but they've usually got a cafe, and they had their own staff kitchen that was like behind the cafe. And I used to go there every morning and have scrambled egg on toast. And that was really nice, to be fair. You did have to pay for it, but it was like really discounted. And because I was starting work at like, I don't know, 7 a.m. or earlier, it was nice to be able to walk down and have breakfast there. Not always been vegan. I've been vegan for like 9 years now, I think. I've been veggie pretty much always. But yeah, I only went vegan when I moved to Bristol. But yeah. Apparently John Lewis was a partnership between two people, John Lewis and his son John Lewis. Well, that does make it easier to remember. But yes, I'm tempted to get some bedding from John Lewis so I can feel fancy while unconscious. That was the last thing I bought from John Lewis, actually. I bought the bunnies some blankets when I was back there because we've got a John Lewis. I think the John Lewis I worked at, I think it's the only one that's in a town. I think the rest are all in quite big like cities and stuff. But we have a town one. And so I went there and I got the bunnies some blankets when they were home for Christmas because I hadn't had space to take any with me. So the the green and the grey ones that they have, that one there is a John Lewis one. But it was only like £5. So it wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be, and it does feel nice. But I felt very fancy getting them John Lewis blankets. And we used to have the Waitrose is still going strong. It's a heavy blanket. Yeah. Weighted. Very weighty. Yeah, see, this is the confusing thing. When my town actually has the word city in its name, I think, was that where the confusion came in? But yeah, we've got a Waitrose as well. We did have an M&S that closed down. I used to always get my lunch from M&S because I worked in the shop next door. And again, before I was vegan, I used to go and I would get because I'm better with them now, but I used to have this like really, I had this real vendetta against like pre-made sandwiches. So I would go into M&S and they used to sell little, about the size of your thumb, lumps of cheese. And I would just buy a fresh mini baguette and a lump of cheese. I basically ate like a peasant when I worked in the music shop. And I would just go there and I would tear open the baguette. I would shove the cheese in it. And that would be my lunch like every day. But it was nice. And occasionally, if I was feeling fancy, I would treat myself to one of their white chocolate cookies. But they do vegan cookies now. They do like sandwiches. See, I love sandwiches. I'll go to a sandwich place that then makes them. That's not true. I hate Subway. But I just don't like packaged sandwiches in fridges. There's something about the fact that they've been sat in a fridge for hours that disturbs me about them. But then every time I have one, I like them. It's a mental block rather than a nummy block. But yeah, I was in a Marks and Spencer's the other day when I was waiting for the train. And the one at Paddington. And I saw that they had packets of vegan, like triple chocolate cookies, and they looked so good. But I resisted. I basically walked into every shop to see what snacks I could have if I was going to break and get snacks. And then I decided to be strong and not have snacks. And then I got a tweet from someone being like, I just spotted my first yog in the wild. It was briny at Paddington Station. I just responded like, I'm sorry if I look really angry. I'm just really contemplating whether I should get snacks or not. So I was just sat there with a really grumpy face like, but I could get those cookies from M&S. But then the Rhythm 108 cookie was on sale in Sainsbury's. So maybe I should get this cookie. So yeah, my angry snack face. There is a place in Bristol called Sandwich. I've never eaten there, but I've heard good things about it. I don't really like sandwich shops. Good morning, Chronicle. No, I didn't get snacks. I held strong. I was good. I don't like I do like sandwiches. I just don't tend to like places where sandwiches come from. Sandwich shops. Oh my gosh, my tummy just did such a big rumble because now all I'm thinking about is snacks. Little snackies. The rise of vegan food has really helped me with my milk allergy. It's great. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it is. I just like, freshly made sandwiches. They're good. There's a place in Bristol called Herbivore Deli, and their sandwiches are so good. If ever I cave and decide that I'm gonna get lunch in town, if I'm in the office, then yeah, I'd go to there because their sandwiches are so good. They do like toasties. They're very yummy. But the problem with getting sandwiches from places so the thing that disturbs me about Subway is Subway have this policy where they're like, if you want us to change our gloves, just ask. And I'm like, but that implies that you've not changed your gloves all the other time. So what is the point of changing your gloves at that stage? Because it's already too late. It's already too late. So yeah, it's just too contaminated. Watching the ingredients, I went into a Subway once and I watched the ingredients go flying as they picked it up, and I was like, I can't do this. That's too much contamination. I can't be dealing with it. But it always smells nice. It does always smell nice. Did you have a proper vegan Cornish pasty? Yes, I got one from St Nectan's Glen, and it was really lovely. I had a veggie pasty. Was looking at peacocks in the woodlands. That was very nice. The bunnies can have their treat. It's a very simple treat. It is just grass. But I've purchased some of your finest treats on behalf of Maxwell for the Banu. I think I'm sat on my... Okay, no, I'm okay. I accidentally... My little... Oh, she's mush. My drawstring dingle-dangle. Do you know what? I got stuck the other day because I was looking at the moon and I was crouched down looking out the window at the moon, and I crouched down on my own hair, and then I just got stuck in a bowl because I couldn't move without pulling my own hair. Anyway, right, no, treat. Oh, there they are. Oh. Gerry, it's behind you. Hang on, let me take it out the bowl. There you go. Well, now I've put you at an odd angle. I'm gonna move around so I can actually see the screen. Oh no! Oh, it's all gone wrong. Okay, here we go. Oh, this bit. Oh, there's a bit under Fifi's hand there. There you go. Do you eat salad whilst they eat salad? The only time I tend to do that is I'm stuck between the chair and the wall. 2 secs. Oh, Fifi, don't let me squish you. The only time I tend to do that is at Christmas. I'll always make them a little Christmas dinner that they have at the same time, and it'll be like a little bit of like some Brussels sprout leaves and a bit of a bit of carrot and parsnip peel and stuff like that, and I have like a mini version of the vegetables. So they tend to have that at Christmas, but sometimes I'll make them like a mini salad. There was a time, I think Alex was away somewhere, and I would prepare my food, I guess it would have been Squeak's food and the bunnies at the same time. So I'd make a salad for me, and then I'd make a teeny tiny one for Squeak, and then a little one for the bunnies, and just go around handing them out to all of them. I wish I liked salad. I've never been able to find a dressing I like. Oh, I bloody love salad. When we were on holiday, the guest house would do, it was just like chopped up carrot. No, why do I keep saying the wrong word? It wasn't carrot. Chopped up tomato, cucumber, and red onion. And it was just like chopped up small and mixed in this little like balsamic vinegar. And it would just be a tiny little side salad. It wouldn't really be part of the meal very much. But it was so nice. I just love crunchy salad. She tall. But yeah, I get so happy as soon as that's the one thing I really like about it being spring. It's just the excuse to start having salads all the time. I got a recipe for mushroom soup that I really want to try. Best salad dressings aren't too intrusive in terms of flavour. Yeah, my favourite salad dressing that I've had is the Pret lemony salad. I love that one so much. But I don't really know what's in that. I think it might have mustard in it as well, and I don't really like mustard, but I think it's just a little kick rather than being overpowering. But yeah, I like just mixing like you say, a little bit of lemon juice in my life into a bowl with some lemon juice and oil, and then putting some black pepper on top. Just very simple, but chef's kiss. Except I'm the chef, so I have to kiss myself. But yeah, that's really tasty. Or even, like I was saying earlier, just a tiny bit of balsamic is lush. Never really go that mad for dressing. Compliments to the me. I finally got to try this pizza that I wanted to try the other day, a Goodfellas one that they don't seem to do in any shops near us, but it was in the shop near near where the bunnies were boarding. We went to a big shop there and found it, and I was like, oh, we have to get this. We had it the day we got home from holiday, and I made a little side salad with that. It was not a wakame and hot honey pizza, no. It's like a pepperoni, but it has, the reason I wanted to try it, because I'm not that fussed about like fake pepperoni stuff, but the reason I wanted to try it is because it had a garlic and herb stuffed crust, and I was like, oh, that's a bit of me, that is. That was what I wanted. Because Goodfellas are good for their stuffed crust. Gerry, are you okay? He's gone unfocusable. He's something about him. The camera doesn't want to focus on him because he's just a little fluffy shadow boy. I need to decide what my Somni gastronomy is going to be, because Kirsty's one was so good, and I just don't know. Oh, maybe it was Chicago Town, actually. Maybe it is a Chicago Town one. I get the two of those mixed up. It's whichever. Who does the saucy vegan, the jackfruit one? Is that Chicago Town or is that Goodfellas? Maybe I am thinking Chicago Town. But it's the same make as that one. That is Chicago. Okay, I take back everything I said about Goodfellas and Bad Fellas, more like. But yeah, I finally got to try it. It was yummy. Yum 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 yum. Can eat a sponge if nothing. Yeah, tiramisu sponge. But there's a few on the. Well, there's like some on the Reddit that I'm like, these just sound like really delicious things, and it feels like it's sort of cheating to pick one. Having done the King's Hand before, if it was cheating to. There was one someone had recently that was just. It was basically just like a garlic and rosemary sauce to have with chips, and I was like, well, that just sounds lush. And I would like to try it, but it just feels like cheating. So I'm trying to find one of the weirder ones. And there was another one that was having. It was a burger in a bun, but it had spaghetti and pesto as the other things in there, and I was like, well, yeah, I do want to try that because it's weird, but also just going to be delicious. Like, there's no way that that's not going to taste nice because it's just nice things together in a burger. So yeah, I am going to try and find one of the weirder things, and then hopefully Kirsty will be down next month. So I'm hoping. My somebody gastronomy was insane. It was a cheeseburger, but literally everything was cheese. Edam buns, brie lettuce, cheddar onions, and a patty of red Leicester. Oh my gosh. All cheese. That reminds me of when you get like chocolate pizzas, but it's just a solid slab of chocolate. Hello. Good chomps. So yeah, I'll have a look through. Oh, her ears are back. And try to find something that I could do. There was another one that I'm really tempted to try, even though again it is just going to be delicious. But there was someone who had a dream about a full English baked potato. So obviously I'd have to veganize it. But they sort of had a baked potato, but the insides were scooped, or like half scooped out. And then they put like sausage and beans in it. And then mushrooms on top. And then covered it in cheese, which isn't usually part of an English breakfast. But and then wrapped it in bacon and baked it. And I was like, again, that's just nice things together. Obviously, for me, nice vegan things together. But yeah. Do you have jacket potatoes in plate up yet? Yeah, you can get jacket potato. You can microwave it as well. But yes. It's just no way that's because I was even thinking I could use it as an excuse to get my favourite fake bacony stuff that I don't get very often. Potatoes wise, there was another one that was like a potato burger, and it was literally like potato bread bun with like hash browns, chips, mashed potato, just like 5 different types of potato. And I was like, again, that's just gonna be nice because it's just potato. Yeah, the Levy one is nice. My favourite one is Sagaya, but you have to go. I think they do it in one shop in Bedminster. Other than that, it's ordering online. But yeah, that one is my favourite. Their stuff is just really nice. Saffron, thank you very much for... Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. My eyes have suddenly gone really itchy from blooming... what do you call it? Hay fever. Ah. That would be a trip me. Well, they do it in another place. Like, they're based in Scotland. But, so I've done the occasional online order because it is really nice, just as a treat. When I did a friendmas Christmas dinner, cooking for some friends, I used the Sagaya roast. They're like garlic and rosemary herbed one. And oh my gosh, it's so good. Their seitan is amazing. I want to go to there again. I want to have it again. Well, oh, good morning, Kaino. I was just about to well. I'm sorry. Is Rob? I don't know if any of the mods are very busy this week, bless them. Rob, are you okay to do a raid, or are you worky? Because we can always do a manual raid if you're busy. Look at her little scrumped hand. Just another hour. I just got. Where should we go? I don't know. Who's about at this time? Trying to think who might be streaming. Is Raffi live? I think Raffi sometimes. Oh, Sahana. Sahana is good. Yeah, they're very lovely. I'm good to go there. I'm going to go and have a bowl of granola because my tummy has been rumbling ever since I started talking about little snackies. So I'm going to go and give it its own little snacky to hopefully put off the rumbles until later. But I will be back at 2 for... I'm going to try a new game that came out recently that I've forgotten the name of. Something Alchemist. But yeah, I'll be giving that a go. Right in big minute. I hope you're all okay. I hope you all have very lovely days, and I'll see some of you later. And the rest of you, take care of yourselves. The Last Alchemist, that's the one. That's the one. But yeah, is bye-bye from a scrungy Fifi. Scrunge. And bye-bye from a smushy Gerry. Smush. And be good to yourselves. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. She has a tuft right under her chin that I want to get, but she won't like me for it. But I can see it there. Darst I? Oh, I'm sorry, Fifi. I got away with it. Still a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Tea. Oh no. Tea. He's crunched. He has one long hand. Okay, we gone. Thank you. Bye bye. A boop.